And we are back. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Watch Your Mouth Reviews. This is your boy James. I am going to do this honest review while trying to watch my mouth. And I think I can do it, but I can't say the same for my special guest. Give it up for Mrs. Best, y'all.
Why you introduced me like that? I wasn't prepared.
I know, I just
Hey,
but
fellas.
and also my other special guest up here, Miss Buffy Purcell, definitely didn't watch her mouth when we insert her little clip here. But before we do so, we want to let y'all know what's going on. So, Married to Medicine extra recap is basically anything that has leaked on the blogs when it comes to any of the cast members on the show. Dr. Jackie has been getting lit up on social media based on a clip that has surfaced with a conversation between her and Dr. Heavenly. And it's basically about the care of Black women when it comes to childbirth and pregnancies. And I'm going to play what Dr. Jackie said, but I think what I will play is Buffy Purcell's response to Dr. Jackie. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just play that video just to get everybody's, up to speed on what's going on. But the reason why I'm going to play that is because if you guys take it back to season seven, when Buffy, she was like, when I tell y'all,
I
people have
haven't
been
seen
in.
any of this. This will be my first time. Y'all know I do not keep up with pop culture. I barely watch the shows. Shit.
I didn't either until someone sent it to me, and I was like, "Oh shit, I got a name, Dr. Jackie Y." So it was bad. It was really bad. But if you guys remember, Buffy Purcell was on season seven, um, and she was a friend of the show. And what ended up happening was one of the episodes where Dr. Jackie gave her pink inspired theme party, whatever that party's supposed to be for. I don't want to say it was for breast cancer. I don't know if that is true or not, but she basically outed Buffy and said that she was infertile, which was a horrible thing to say. I felt really bad for Buffy and I hated that. And I just felt like, oh my gosh, like Dr. Jackie, why? Now, Dr. Jackie did apologize at the reunion. The mother during the episodes weren't apologies to me. That was kind of like, I'm tired of talking about this. When you gonna get over it? That's how Dr. Jackie was acting towards me. So I didn't like Dr. Jackie that season. I felt like she just really just bit like a piece of her own skin off and just let the bleed just come out versus trying to patch things up in the way that it could heal. I just felt like that's just really what she did. So we're gonna listen to Buffy listen to what's going on and Buffy's reaction because I felt like I understood what she was saying, and we'll get the opinions of us after that. So let me go ahead and share my screen and we're going to see what Buffy is talking about over here.
Times in the pregnancy, it's hard to believe that there's a true problem when there's a true problem. She said this herself, right? And for all y'all elder OBGYN fans out there, you could scroll on because you done drank the Kool-Aid, the tea, the poison, or whatever, and ain't nothing I'm gonna say get you to see the light of day. So you can scroll on. And this is my platform, and I can say what the hell I want because I've actually met the bitch. Okay. The old biddy. And I can age shame her all she wants because she shamed my motherfucking uterus. Okay. All right. So let's begin. Y'all bravo, because that's who set this shit up with Kamala. Y'all should have let Simone do that interview. Y'all should have let Simone do that. Y'all should have I know y'all trying to save her career because I showed everybody who the hell she really is. I know, and y'all paying her all this damn money that she don't damn earn. Because Wreck Her to set this season. Yeah, I'm watching the season now. It's a good season. I'm watching it. Mm-hmm. Sweet Tea, shout out to Sweet Tea. That's why I'm watching it. Y'all should have let Dr. Simone do that. First of all, Jackie don't even have no damn regular Black clients, allegedly. If you're a rich Black woman, you can go to her ass. She don't take no damn Medicaid, no. She don't take, like, the people they're talking about Black mortality rates for pregnant women. She don't see them damn people. I bet she didn't tell Candy and the rest of them people, you don't need to be called off work during their pregnancy if they came in there with some damn problems. But the ones who ain't got a coin to pay you in cash, they need to prove without a shadow of a doubt that they're in fact in pain. And you a black doctor saying this fucking shit, right? Why I got so much smoke? Okay, so I'm gonna share something with y'all. And I shared this with the producers of Married to Medicine when I was on the show. My aunt Dee Dee died in childbirth. Her daughter survived. I'm so thankful her dad is gonna let her spend Christmas at my house, at our house this year. January 9th is the day that my aunt died and my little cousin's birthday. And my aunt went to her doctor, who's a black woman, and said she was having headaches and having pains, and she didn't believe my aunt. She didn't believe her. She didn't believe her. And I remember January 8th like it was yesterday. And there's so many things I wish that I had done differently. My aunt wasn't feeling well. There was a funeral in our family that said, I better not see you. You better not be at that funeral. I better not hear that you went to that funeral. You need to stay in bed and rest. And she had gone to the doctor on January 8th and they sent her home and her blood pressure was through the roof. The next morning, her husband took her to the emergency room and my aunt had a stroke. They took the baby and she died. All because her doctor thought she wasn't really in pain. Stupid shit like the elder OBGYN just said kills people. It really does. It also puts this burden on Black women that we can't be human, that we have to be sharp as iron and strong as steel all the time, even while bringing life into this world. And that's just not fair. You think if a Black woman doctor thinks that folk that don't look like us don't think that? When y'all gonna call her on shit? Forget me. I know some of y'all don't like me. You don't care. You won't believe the lies they said that I want a storyline. I didn't need a storyline. I was a friend. I was a friend. I was not full cast, even though I was full cast, because the motherfuckers saw who I am and used me for almost every goddamn episode. I didn't need a storyline. I was supposed to show up and be cute. That was it. I was supposed to be just Simone's friend. Not the whole season. And I was. Whatever y'all want to say. It's the motherfucking facts. That this woman chose to treat me the way she did because she didn't have no motherfucking storyline. Catch. Okay? And she's an OBGYN, somebody, and forget HIPAA, all y'all in that HIPAA shit. You have basic human decency, supposed to. You have professional and ethical basics not to do the shit that this woman does. And Heavenly tried to help. The dentist tried to help you. She was like, I don't know who you're talking about. The dentist wasn't getting caught up in that. She's smart. Y'all don't be catching. I've always said, I don't fuck with Heavenly, but I have always said, the bitch is smart. She ain't stupid. But when you are a narcissist and you think you Jesus of Jackie or Jackie of Marietta, you don't watch the evil that spew out your mouth. Sometimes it slip out. Like it slipped out when she was dealing with me, who she was very much intimidated by. Because when evil is around something you've been pretending to be nice, inherently kind like I am, it can't settle. Now I'm gonna need y'all to get y'all self together and get Bravo to get her off. She don't need to be that. Y'all should have had Dr. Simone do that. I don't even mess with Simone, but Simone has an excellent bedside manner. I bet she take Medicaid. I bet she does not put up a fuss when people that look like us say they're in pain while they are bringing life into the world. I bet she don't have no problems with writing a letter to let women call off work so they can sit on bed rest and nurture and bring a Black child into this world. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Buffy.
I need to see the clip of what Jackie said.
Okay, I'm about to play that right now.
I can't I feel like I can't properly judge that without seeing it. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I'm about to replay it because she listened to the whole. Hold on.
It was so quick.
Yeah, it was. She went in though. Hold on. Let me play it over. Because she played it in like.
For fucking filth though. I tell
Yeah,
you.
this was in very poor taste.
The Jesus of Jackie, the elder OBGYN. The elder.
She went in.
So Lord Jesus. But for those, just so you don't put too much craziness out there, doctors are required once they have their license to practice medicine and all of that to see a certain number of patients if they have a private practice per month of who take like government assisted insurance, Medicaid, Medi-Cal here in California, that type of stuff. So
okay, so this is what Jackie said. I'm gonna go ahead. You still see her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes as African American women, we're a bit more dramatic in that you go to the doctor and you complain and you complain and you complain and you're not taken serious because you cried wolf the entire pregnancy.
That ain't me, boo. I don't know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
I didn't say you. I just said as African American women, we want to also make sure you're being serious with your doctor and not
okay. That's enough. Because I'm getting mad. And the reason I'm getting mad is because I had to have a whole surgery that could have been prevented because I kept going to the doctor about pain and they kept telling me that it was in my head until my blood pressure when it was like 160 over fucking like 130, which is not good, systolic, and it was bad. I had to go to the ER and I basically demanded a doctor of color of any sort, and a little Indian lady from India came along and helped me. She, oh my goodness. I had to go on blood pressure medication. They said it saved my life. I had to suddenly caught asthma and all types of crazy stuff. And I'm still dealing with now like permanent repercussions to my health because a doctor would not fucking believe me about pain. And so when I went to nursing school and I had a doctor that was teaching me who was of color, he told all the students in there, he was like, I could get in trouble for saying this. And he actually ended up getting fired for it. Dr. Raj, I'll never forget him. Because he said, the standards we teach you and follow are only tested on one part of the population. It's not tested on the different parts. For instance, African-American people cannot take the same high blood pressure medication that people who are Caucasian take. We can't. It could kill us. There's certain things that they need to figure out in medicine. So for Jackie as a Black woman to say that, I was just like, Jackie, you dug a hole for yourself. And Dr. Heavenly, in the words of Buffy, we may not fuck with Heavenly because she's messy, but the bitch is smart and she don't lie. So I'm listen, Jackie is, I've been said, like, I know we just start recapping the show, but I've been said it. Jackie's the actual villain, because how can you, someone who can't have children and has struggled with infertility, like the way she handled Buffy, how can any woman, whether you have kids or not, like regardless of the reason, how can you look at another woman and joke or laugh or make light of infertility? Like, as women, and only women get that, no matter what anyone says, we're put on the earth to, you know, bear children and all of that. So it don't matter who you are, where you from, how you identify sexually. At some point, most humans, even men, are going to want to have kids. So to make fun of that is just kind of fucked up. Jackie, I don't know. Bravo loves her. She's like Kyle Richards, as James has said. Like, Bravo.
Yes, it's like Bravo endorses a lot into Jackie and probably endorses a lot of money behind it. So I think for me, when I was listening to that and when I was listening to Jackie say that, it was kind of like, you are feeding into the very stereotype that Black women are accused of every single day when they're up against the adversity and the microaggressions of white people. You are speaking to that stereotype and giving it fuel, because when they see other Black people say that about other Black people, then they think that they're validated in their treatment of us. And I'm not saying us as, like, I understand women's issue in pregnancy. I'm just talking about the generalization but more so for Black women.
But
You are
that's how
giving
why
them,
it's a big deal, because it goes beyond just women. Like
yes,
men, Black men are going to be impacted by her statement too. You
absolutely.
just said that we're more dramatic than other races. What is that supposed to be? When I see an Uncle Tom and I call it an Uncle Tom, if the quack could walk like an Uncle Tom, then I'm gonna call it an Uncle Tom. I said it. I don't care. Jackie's tripping. She's tripping. She's gonna regret that. But I think Bravo will protect her, as they've done Teresa.
Oh yeah, Bravo's definitely gonna protect her. Yes,
Kyle
definitely.
Richards, Ramona Singer. Bravo continues to protect those who are not.
And I feel like there's no amount of damage control that Jackie could do that will make this just subtly go away. I think that Jackie, what needs to happen, like I get you trying to do the whole Kamala Harris, advocacy of whatever that's gonna turn
Listen,
into.
not all Black people like Kamala Harris because she's aligned with Sleepy Joe. And for those of us in California, I didn't want to vote for her. I only voted for. Did I vote in this election? I think I didn't because I was tired after they elected Trump.
I voted for Joe Jurgensen. I didn't vote for either one of them fools.
The primaries, yeah. I didn't want her, but Kamala has done a lot of harm to the Black community, specifically here in my home and where I'm from, the Bay Area. She's done a lot of fucking harm. The third strike law, look it up in California. Look at the shit that she has done. The mass incarceration in California today is because of Kamala and Sleepy Joe. So it makes sense.
I just feel like, for me, I dislike Kamala for the simple fact that she said that America was not built upon the back of racism. When she said that, I was like, you have got to be fucking kidding me right now.
You went to an HBCU.
Right. You
Indian
are taught one of your prerequisites in that school is African American history.
That's right.
Why in God's green earth on Beyonce's internet and Oprah's TV network would you ever say some bullshit like that? And you are the representation of a Black woman getting into the White House. I don't understand this. So but Dr. Jackie, I know you don't watch me, but if you do watch me, I'm gonna say it like this: the best thing you can do for us right now
is be quiet.
Is to shut up.
Yeah.
Because even if you try to damage control the situation, you're just gonna make it worse. Because we're not gonna believe you.
Yep.
No one's gonna believe anything you say going forward. And like Buffy said, your clients are all rich women. All rich women.
Yeah. It would have been better if Jackie would have admitted to having a preference of having a clientele of the rich. Let's call it what it is. That's why people move to Beverly Hills to open practices, because the rich, you'll get paid more. But to go and generalize Black women and people, but women in our most vulnerable fucking state. Now you
bring up a good point. I want to address this right here. And this is what we're talking about, because the problem with Bravo now is now they're going to pin it. Oh, well, look, Black women are problematic too. It's not just the white women. This ain't a racist network. Look at Dr. Jackie. She's down in the Black women. It's not just us white people. And that's what they do. That's what goes on a lot of these conversations. I've had, living in Phoenix, y'all, for so long, I have had many conversations with so many people and the ignorance that comes out of their mouths when it comes to the prophecy of slavery and segregation. Like, I ended a 12-year friendship with one of my friends because I didn't know she felt this way. It wasn't until year 12 where she had said, Black people are not victims. There's no such thing as white privilege. Like, when we think about slavery, Black people sold their own people to slavery. So what does that say about them? When she said that out of her mouth, she didn't know I heard her say that. But when she said it out of her mouth, my immediate response was, it doesn't say anything better than the white people who bought it.
Yeah.
If that's the narrative we're going with. Because mind you,
the same thing happened with a very close friend that I had was close. She went to West Virginia, which, look it up, is one of the more racist areas. But I think that you don't know sometimes how people feel, because I was friends with her for a very long time, until you have those conversations. I think that's why it's important for us going forward as Black people, when we have friends of opposite races, like, it's okay to have a conversation with them to try and understand where they're coming from and to try and get them to understand where you're coming from. Because I know for me, even though the girl ended up making some very racist comments about Black people in general, it was still hurtful because we were friends since high school. So, I think every person should definitely start having conversations. But Bravo does turn their cheek on things that are insanity, especially on the housewives. I think Vanderpump Rules is the best example, though. There are people who were fired for public racist remarks that were allowed back before the scandal happened. So it's just an issue that's going to take a long time to overcome. But I always say Black people have to figure ourselves out and hold ourselves accountable before we can address the rest of the world that hates us because of our skin.
Absolutely. It starts with, which is why I go hard on Giselle Bryant from Real Housewives of Potomac and Robin Dixon as well, because they are ignorant to their own actions. And I think that that's where we need to start having these conversations. The more we bring awareness, the more it has to be, told. We have to keep saying this. And Dr. Jackie is another one where we cannot allow you to skate on through and think because you are a matriarch of this show and we have a lot of respect for you that we can't hold you accountable in the same breath. We are going to do so. And that was the whole point of this whole live, was to say, you know what? I loved Dr. Jackie from season 1 to season 6. Even though there was some questionable action she had did, once towards Heavenly and another one towards Mariah. So I just think for me, I think as Black people, this right now, we gonna chastise Jackie because she should never say this again. But at the same time, the bigger picture is we need to start watching Bravo and them trying to always protect predators and racism,
Mm-hmm.
and start speaking up when we see these actions, especially when they happen off camera, because they endorse these people and they protect these people at all costs, all to save
And the
image.
fans, Bravo, we don't give a flying fuck how easy Teresa and Giselle and fucking Dr. Jackie are to work with. We don't give a flying fuck how pleasant they are in your meetings and conference calls. We don't care. When we're watching, we just want to see that the people, at the very least, at the core of them, have morals that are, in line with what we would want to promote as a network. Y'all should want to promote positivity. Like, have your drama, but when it comes to racism and shit, like, I get tired of that with NBC. It's been a problem for like my whole life. I'm tired of them.
Which is why, once again, Kamala Harris with this whole America was not built on the back of racism, ma'am. That's a disgrace to the HBCU you went to, and more of a disgrace to the color of your skin that you represent. Just saying that out loud. But that was it, you guys. I'm not going to put too much energy. I just wanted to come back because we just glorified on my recap of Married to Medicine, Dr. Jackie having this meeting, because I still think that that was an awesome thing for any one person to do. But when this came out, it wouldn't be right if I'd never addressed it. So I had to address it on my channel because I am a fair person, and what Jackie did was wrong. Dr. Jackie did was wrong. So, but that's it, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and move it on to the entertainment stuff. Over on Mrs. Best channel, we are going to be recapping Basketball Wives Orlando in LA. So we're gonna go ahead and head on over there. Make sure you guys are not late because you don't want to miss out on this. Trust me, especially on Basketball Wives Orlando when we get there. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.